What's up, you beautiful rock stars? Jim Chandler with Rock Your Best Vocals, where your best keeps getting better. I'm a professional singer for over 30 years and a professional vocal coach for over 20 years. And here's where I just share things that work for me and things that work for my students and stuff like that. So what I'm about to talk about is how to stop from getting stuck in your throat. I was getting stuck in my throat a lot. Now, part of this is due to what I was having going on. It's an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it was affecting my voice. And so I was getting really throaty and like caught up in the throat due to inflammation and things like that and fatigue overall. I wasn't singing like the way I used to be able to. So first of all, you have to understand, why are you getting caught in your throat? So are you trying to sing stuff in more of a weighted, like a chesty voice? And I think one of the things that tends to get people to get caught in their throat is they're trying to kind of do like a really compressed sound, and they would get caught all up in their throat, or kind of that pressed phonation where they're like this, and that causes a lot of strain up in here. It doesn't allow you to get up into the higher register cleanly and comfortably. So people would be strained like up here like this. Oh, it doesn't sound very good. I mean, you can hear that. It does not sound very good. So you want to try and stay away from that. And I think one of the things that people might come to this in, because maybe they're trying to do that compression, and they've seen my video up there on Dave Grohl compression, how to do compression, and you'll hear people talk about trying to lift. We want to lift something heavy, that. No, see, the problem with that is that's putting so much pressure on the throat. So the thing is, you have to release that pressure on the throat so you can go, I'm gonna pretend I'm lifting something heavy, but then you have to just take a little breath in, okay, like a happy surprise or like a pre-sneeze, like when you're, or like a yawn. When you're, say you're trying to yawn, and you're like, you don't want to yawn in front of them. I guess, oh. I know it sounds a bit funny, but and so reason why I'm sharing this with you is because this is something that like I've overcome myself, and the reason how I've overcome this myself is I was often singing in the gigs, trying to hold back, so not being very loud. So this could come from, you're getting in your throat could be from not wanting to sing too loud. So you're trying to suppress the sound coming out. So let's see, the Dave Grohl, I'll just take the Dave Grohl example. I got another confession to make. You hear how I'm like, that's very, it's not coming through clean. It's like very, pressed up in here. It's very tight, and it's suppressed sounding. It's compressed, okay, compression, but it's not allowing it through. So here's what we need to do. Here's 3 things. I think it's 3. I'm not really sure. I didn't count, but the number one thing I like to do is focus the sound, the energy, like just think of it like the sound energy, focusing on the hard palate, which is right behind the front teeth. So that will help you to think forward placement. The other thing I like to do is allow that nasality to, I got another confession to make. I got another confession to make. I'm no fool. So allowing the nasality. Then the third, that's actually going to be four things. 4. Is that 4? Yeah, no, 4. It's going to be 4 things, just to be awkward. Allowing a little bit of breath to start off. I got another confession to make. So instead of, I got another get back. So you're allowing a little bit of breath out just to start the vocal cords, like as in a yawn. Now, so you can yawn really loud, and I'll get to that yawning story here in a second. What makes that all make sense? What made everything start to make sense to me with this, which will maybe help you, hopefully. So those are the three things. And then the fourth thing is making sure that you're really pressing the air out. You're pushing from your abdomen. And I guess for a fifth thing, if you want to be another fifth thing, is maybe just, kind of try to pull up. So I try to pull up my abdomen. And this has really only been since I've gotten older that has helped me, is that kind of, because I think as you get older, everything like sags and, whatever, it kind of just goes blah, 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 like this. And your muscles aren't, well, especially me with the Hashimoto's and being fatigued all the time. Your active movements of your singing tend to get less, and so you're kind of more relaxed overall, and you're gonna tense up less naturally. When you're younger, you probably tense up naturally more. It's easier to sing when you're younger, but as you get older, things tend to want to just be like in kind of relaxed mode, especially if you like lead a sedentary life. You're not really active, you're not doing a lot of cardio and stuff like that. You'll see it in a lot of singers, as the older singers now. Also, I put a link to this video why some reasons why I think like the 80s singers don't sing well now. Most of them don't. And sadly, like what I mentioned in that Steven Tyler, and unfortunately, he's not going to recover from his vocal. I guess he fractured his larynx, which is something, as we age, we have to think about like things like that. The body just like deteriorating. You know what I mean? Some things we can't fight, folks. If you're older like me, we can't fight off the inevitable, I guess, as much as possible. Like I'm trying to do that because I'm 53, singing in a band with a bunch of 20-year-olds, basically. So trying to still maintain that. You see Bruce Dickinson, if you look at him, like any of his recent videos, he's moving around on stage. He's 67 years old. Like, so he's like still rocking, but he's moving around, like he's like still energetic in that. And I think that's why he can sing so good in his age. So I wanted to get to the yawning story because what I realized what I was doing was trying to hold back the sound, because I'm singing in a mic and I'm just conscious of like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be using too much air and damaging my vocal cords by pushing too much air through there. But I was holding back so much that I wasn't allowing like a good resonance to come through. And I realized that in one of the songs, I think it's 9 to 5, she talks about jumping out of bed and stumbling to the kitchen by myself. Yawn and stretch and try to come alive. So when the girl's singing yawn and stretch, I tend to kind of, take the mic away from my face, and I'll go to the crowd and I'll go, oh, and it's like really loud. Oh, and it's so loud. It's like you can hear it like over the whole PA. So I was like, if I can do that like that loud, what's stopping me from singing like that? So allowing myself to be a little bit more open and push, not push a lot of air through, but allow a little bit of air just to start the chords. And then I will hold that position where I'm not allowing too much air to come out. So if all this is kind of, if you're going, God, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, A lot of this I cover in my Singing Support Secrets, which goes through all of everything you'll need to know about support. So if you've heard of like breathe through your diaphragm, all that stuff, that's all covered in that. So there's 3 basic components that you need to sing great. And that's 80% of what you could possibly learn. There's still a lot more to learn, really, but those are the 3 best things that you can learn. So there's those 3 things, and they're in that Singing Support Secrets. So click the link down below if you want to get that. Hope this video has helped to get out of your throat. Remember, nasal. Try to just even do with an E. Try to keep it nasal. Focus on that hard palate, and especially as you're going up in the registers, to really tighten up your abdomen and allow that air through, that free flow of air. Well, so a little free flow of air, but not too much air to where you're going to damage your vocal cords. Again, that's all covered in the Singing Support Secrets. Rock your best vocals. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you.